right, so that's our lesson for today. Obviously, you've got the two main components we talked about: the distance and direction. In terms of lag cutting and squaring that face. So the direction is so important because that 5-footer, that 5-footer counts the same as that 2-inch putt. So shaving those off definitely will help the score. Obviously, all of these are stuff you can recreate on your own. That gate drill is something that helped all you guys out quite a bit, just with feeling that club face being square, finding a flat putt. And then obviously the fundamentals we talked about with the reverse overlap grip, if that's what you prefer, or cross-handed. Relatively comfortable stance, not too much wrist, just a bunch of shoulders, and then the straight back, straight through, and the no decel was a big one. So keeping the distance the same, but also keeping the tempo the same. So quick or slow. Obviously, on that orange to orange, white to white, yellow to yellow drill, we all figured out that some of us are a little quicker tempo than others, but that's fine as long as you know how far that's going. So as long as that's consistent, that'll help out. Our next one, we're gonna do some short game. We're gonna do chipping, pitching, and some bunkers. And then after that, we'll do a lesson on irons, then a lesson on driver throughs. So that's what's coming up next. We'll talk about the next one probably sometime next week or coming up. So let you guys know. All right. Nice job. Good team.
Very helpful.
So obviously that is a shot that you want to be very, very comfortable with because obviously we've been using some different lofts here. That's a shot you can hit pretty high and it's a pretty safe shot. I mean, you're not going to be blading it across the green if you've got that strong fundamental. So in the next shot we're going to do, this was obviously for a pretty flat surface. We're going to go down there on that hill and talk about how do we get that ball up and just onto a level surface. So we'll make it land a little softer. Yeah, so obviously today, this was short game. This is the spot where you're going to instantly shave 10 shots off. You're instantly going to get rid of that, which is good. So obviously we talked about just kind of the easy setup to hit 3 different shots: the lean the shaft forward, step forward, and getting that chip shot, kind of lie, and then kind of a standard shot, just kind of a little bit higher, a little bit softer, maybe a downhill running away, and then the pitch, the lean the shaft back, step back is the one we worked on, and then the bunkers, obviously, the keys being getting behind the ball, not having to open up that face. Again, you could open up that face if you got, if I get a flag that's right there, which is a tough shot to hit at, you can open that face and hit a little higher shot and soft it up, but again, it opens up disaster as well. So again, the keys being hit behind the ball, don't make contact with the ball, just scoop that sand out of there and accelerate. So obviously today we learned a couple things. We learned just about kind of the basic sequence of the swing in terms of taking it back. So obviously everyone's swing is a little bit different just in terms of tendencies to hook, slice, push, whatever. But obviously the main ways to fix it are just get it going on plane, because I believe that things can happen wrong in the downswing, but I think a lot of it is caused by not being in the right spot going back. Yeah. So next week we're gonna do a little bit more irons and then bring the big stick. We're not gonna do the big stick for an hour because I'll poop you guys out.
Yeah.
But that's a big lesson, just because as Jason said, that's where you can go from hitting your first shot to hitting your third shot really quickly. So that's where a lot of the shots are saved, which is kind of the damage control lesson. So work on that next week.